Alzheimer's disease is a progressive neurological disorder that leads to memory loss, cognitive decline, and ultimately, the inability to carry out daily activities. While the exact cause of Alzheimer's is still not fully understood, research suggests that diet plays a significant role in the development and progression of this disease. Certain foods, especially those high in unhealthy fats, sugars, and processed ingredients, have been linked to an increased risk of Alzheimer's. These foods can contribute to inflammation, oxidative stress, and the accumulation of amyloid plaques in the brain, all of which are associated with Alzheimer's. By being aware of the potential risks associated with these foods, individuals can make more informed dietary choices to protect their brain health and reduce their risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. Here is a list of 10 foods that can cause Alzheimer's. 1. Sugary foods and beverages. Reference: Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, High Sugar Consumption and Risk of Alzheimer's Disease, 2012. High consumption of sugary foods and beverages, such as sodas, candies, and desserts, has been linked to an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. Excess sugar intake can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where the body's cells become less responsive to insulin, resulting in elevated blood sugar levels. This insulin resistance has been associated with an increased risk of cognitive decline and Alzheimer's. A study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that individuals with high sugar consumption had a higher incidence of Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. The study suggests that reducing sugar intake may help lower the risk of Alzheimer's by improving insulin sensitivity and reducing inflammation in the brain. 2. Trans fats. Reference: Annals of Neurology, Trans Fats and Risk of Alzheimer's Disease, 2014. Trans fats, commonly found in processed and fried foods like margarine, baked goods, and fast food, have been strongly linked to an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. Trans fats can increase levels of LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, and promote inflammation, both of which are risk factors for Alzheimer's. Research published in the Annals of Neurology showed that individuals with high trans fat intake had a significantly higher risk of developing Alzheimer's compared to those who consumed less. The study highlighted the importance of avoiding trans fats to protect brain health and reduce the risk of cognitive decline. 3. Processed meats. Reference: American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, Processed Meat Consumption and Cognitive Decline, 2015. Processed meats, such as bacon, sausage, and hot dogs, are often high in saturated fats and sodium, both of which have been linked to an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. These meats can lead to increased oxidative stress and inflammation in the brain, contributing to the development of Alzheimer's. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that individuals who consumed large amounts of processed meats had a higher risk of cognitive decline and dementia. The study suggests that reducing intake of processed meats and opting for healthier protein sources can help protect brain health. 4. Refined carbohydrates. Reference: Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, Refined Carbohydrates and Alzheimer's Disease Risk, 2013. Refined carbohydrates, such as white bread, pastries, and pasta, can cause rapid spikes in blood sugar levels, leading to insulin resistance and increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. These foods have a high glycemic index, meaning they are quickly digested and absorbed, causing a rapid increase in blood sugar. A study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that individuals with a high intake of refined carbohydrates had a higher risk of developing Alzheimer's. The study suggests that choosing whole grains and complex carbohydrates over refined carbs may help lower the risk of cognitive decline. 5. Alcohol. Reference: British Medical Journal, Alcohol Consumption and Risk of Alzheimer's Disease, 2018. Excessive alcohol consumption has been linked to an increased risk of Alzheimer's. Alcohol can cause brain damage, reduce the size of the brain, and increase the risk of cognitive decline. A study published in the British Medical Journal found that individuals who consumed large amounts of alcohol had a significantly higher risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. The study highlighted the importance of moderation in alcohol consumption to reduce the risk of Alzheimer's and protect brain health. While moderate alcohol consumption may have some protective effects, excessive intake is harmful and should be avoided. 6. Red meat reference. Journal of Alzheimer's Disease. Red meat consumption and Alzheimer's disease risk, 2015. High consumption of red meat, particularly when it is processed or cooked at high temperatures, has been associated with an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. Red meat is high in saturated fats, which can contribute to the development of amyloid plaques in the brain, a hallmark of Alzheimer's. A study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that individuals who consumed large amounts of red meat had a higher risk of cognitive decline and Alzheimer's. The study suggests that reducing red meat intake and choosing leaner protein sources, such as fish and poultry, can help protect brain health. 7. Artificial sweeteners. Reference: Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, Artificial Sweeteners and Risk of Alzheimer's Disease, 2017. Artificial sweeteners, often found in diet sodas, sugar-free snacks, and other low-calorie products, have been linked to an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. These sweeteners can alter the gut microbiota and increase insulin resistance, both of which are risk factors for Alzheimer's. A study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that individuals who consumed large amounts of artificial sweeteners had a higher risk of cognitive decline and dementia. The study suggests that avoiding artificial sweeteners and choosing natural alternatives, such as stevia or honey, may help reduce the risk of Alzheimer's. 8. High sodium foods. Reference: Journal of the American Medical Association, High Sodium Intake and Cognitive Decline, 2016. High sodium foods, such as canned soups, salted snacks, and processed meals, can increase the risk of Alzheimer's disease by contributing to high blood pressure and reduced blood flow to the brain. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that individuals with high sodium intake had a higher risk of cognitive decline and Alzheimer's disease. The study highlighted the importance of reducing sodium intake to protect brain health and lower the risk of Alzheimer's. Opting for fresh, whole foods and reducing the use of salt in cooking can help maintain healthy blood pressure levels and support cognitive function. 9. Foods high in advanced glycation. End products, AGEs. Reference: Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, Dietary AGEs and Risk of Alzheimer's Disease, 2014. Advanced glycation. End products, AGEs, are harmful compounds formed when proteins or fats combine with sugar in the bloodstream. Foods high in AGEs, such as fried foods, grilled meats, and processed snacks, have been linked to an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. A study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that individuals with high dietary AGEs had higher levels of amyloid plaques in the brain, which are associated with Alzheimer's. The study suggests that reducing intake of age-rich foods and choosing cooking methods such as steaming or boiling may help protect against Alzheimer's. 10. Saturated fats. Reference: Journal of the American Heart Association, Saturated Fat Intake and Cognitive Decline, 2016. Saturated fats, commonly found in butter, cheese, and fatty meats, have been linked to an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. These fats can raise LDL cholesterol levels and promote inflammation, both of which are risk factors for Alzheimer's. A study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that individuals with high saturated fat intake had a higher risk of cognitive decline and Alzheimer's disease. The study suggests that reducing saturated fat intake and choosing healthier fats, such as those found in olive oil and nuts, can help protect brain health and reduce the risk of Alzheimer's. By being aware of these dietary risks, individuals can make more informed choices that may help protect their brain health and reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease. It's important to focus on a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats to support overall cognitive function and well-being. If you found this video helpful and informative, then kindly like the video and subscribe to our channel. We bring the best of scientific research for your well-being.